Hey, Professor Nate. My name is Martin McCallum, and today I'm going to be sharing with you what I found when I was putting together my analytical report for this class. So the purpose of this report is to compare 3 different schools using 5 different criteria. And what I'm comparing is each school's Master of Business Administration program, or their MBA program. The 3 schools that I chose were the University of Northern Colorado, that's located in Greeley, Colorado, and was founded in 1889. The second school was Colorado State University. It's located in Fort Collins and was founded in 1879. And the last school that I'm using is the University of Colorado Boulder. It's in Boulder, Colorado, and it was founded in 1877. The 5 criteria points that I'm using to compare each school is the cost of tuition, the required credits, something I'm calling convenience. I'll explain what that means later, the university acceptance rate, and the average GMAT score for each MBA program. To win the first criteria point, cost of tuition, the school with the cheapest tuition will win that point. For the second point, or the second criteria point, the required credits, the school with the least required amount of credits will win that point. For convenience, and by convenience I mean the number of programs that each school offers. So the school with the most amount of programs offered will win that point. For acceptance rate, the school with the highest acceptance rate will win. And for the average GMAT score, the school with the highest GMAT score will win this point. So, going into each criteria point in depth. So, for the total cost of tuition, again, the school with the lowest total cost of tuition will win this point. University of Northern Colorado has a tuition cost of $21,492. The Colorado State University, their tuition is $42,455. And for University of Colorado Boulder, their tuition is $56,318. This information is found on page 3 of my report. So since University of Northern Colorado has the cheapest tuition price of $21,000 and some dollars, they win this criteria point. For the second criteria point, required credits, the school with the least amount of required credits to graduate wins this point. So University of Northern Colorado has 36 points, required credits. 40, and Colorado State University has 42 required credits, and University of Colorado Boulder has 55. So again, University of Northern Colorado wins this point with 36 required credits to graduate with an MBA degree. For the third criteria point, convenience, again, this means the different number of programs each school offers, so like an online program, an evening program, and a full-time program. So the University of Northern Colorado offers only an online program. Colorado State University offers a full-time program, an evening program, and an online program. So that's a total of 3 different programs. And the University of Colorado Boulder offers a full-time program and an evening program. So since Colorado State University has 3 different types of programs offered, a full-time, evening, and online, they win this criteria point. For the fourth criteria point, which is the university acceptance rate, the school with the highest acceptance rate will win this point. I found these acceptance rates from the U.S. News and World Report website. So University of Northern Colorado has the acceptance rate of 91%. Colorado State has an 84% acceptance rate, and University of Colorado Boulder has an 82% acceptance rate. So with the 91% acceptance rate, University of Northern Colorado wins this point. For the last criteria point, the average GMAT score. So you might be wondering why I didn't choose the minimum required GMAT score, but that's because only University of Colorado Boulder requires the GMAT for admission. So it wouldn't be a fair comparison if I chose the minimum required GMAT score, because I can't really compare that with the other schools. So I decided to go with the average GMAT score because the GMAT is still important. It's an important test. It's just like the SAT. It's important that you do well on it. And to win this point, the school with the highest average GMAT score wins the point. I chose the highest average GMAT score because, again, it's kind of like the SAT. You want to be going to a school with a higher SAT score. So I think it's the same for the GMAT. It kind of speaks to the rigor of the curriculum and how what people think of the school. It's kind of like Harvard type of school versus Arizona State University, for example. Harvard's more prestigious, and so I think the higher GMAT score really shows that. So University of Northern Colorado, their average GMAT score is 500. Colorado State University has an average of 540, and the University of Colorado Boulder has an average GMAT score of 630. So with this score of 630, University of Colorado Boulder wins this point. So to wrap it all up, University of Northern Colorado won 3 points. They won the cost of tuition, required credits, and the university acceptance rate, giving them a total of 3 points won. Colorado State University only won one criteria point, which was for convenience because they had 3 different types of programs offered. And the University of Colorado Boulder only got 1 point as well, and that was for their average GMAT score, since it was well above the other 2. So with the analysis being done and the comparison being done, University of Northern Colorado would be my recommendation for someone to go to for their Master of Business Administration degree, since it's a lot cheaper, you don't need as many credits, and it's pretty easy to get into the school with only 91% acceptance rate. So that's my report on these 3 schools. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks.